following podcast may contain explicit language not suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, hey guys, I'm looking forward to a big Wrestle Day on August 31st. Oh, wait, shit, it's not 2019 anymore. So, happy 1 year, guys, because on this day, exactly 1 year ago, Sam and I sat down for the very first time, and we talked about wrestling in front of a microphone. Hello and welcome back to the Shoot Style Sauna Wrestling Podcast, episode 22. This is called an all-out anniversary. Get it, because All Out's coming up, and the first episode aired around that time. Good times, everybody. And as usual, 1 year on, you are all joined by the real sauna host, the king of Shoot Style Stel, and I am joined by the usual gang of Eric, Schmidt, and Tim. Boys, how are you all doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Not great.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of wrestling these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Eric was the person who sacrificed his sleep last night and watched New Japan Live, and he had a rough time of predictions, to say the very least.
Well, I'll say this is what happened. I got home late from work, went to bed at 3 a.m, set my alarm for 4, woke up at 4, turned it on, fell right back asleep, and woke up right as the main event started.
So I just figured you watched it straight, because I remember watching Wrestle Kingdom live, and that was worth it when I did that, because I did take power naps in between it. But that was good. But I didn't know it was a 1 hour difference. Like, Jesus. Schmidt, how about you? You are back at the old college.
I'm back at the old college. It's kind of weird.
I mean, understandably, considering how different the rule sets are. I just hope people are safe.
Yeah.
Considering the world is currently on fire.
We're not going to get into it.
Yeah, that's for outside of podcast talks. And the Ice Papa himself, Tim, is here with a different microphone because his microphone decided to overpower his computer.
Dude, I sound like I'm in a swamp right now. So
I mean, unlike Braun Strowman, you're
Swamp
alive.
Father Tim.
I mean, at least look, Braun Strowman was in a swamp. He died. Tim was actually alive, unlike Braun Strowman. Even though Braun Strowman came back bald, and was it all a fever dream? I don't know. That's in the past now.
Might be a bit until a new mic. Might be a bit.
But speaking of Braun Strowman, he is no longer Universal Champion. But however, that title scene is looking a lot more different now because everybody's favorite, the big dog, is back in town. He's came back and he's got a new set of teeth. Has anybody seen how he looks? It's amazing. I think he asked Adam Cole for a dentist referral, and I got into someone. She's a dentist.
Mouth.
There you go. Eric, I think we were going to say something there.
Mouthful of Tic Tacs is what it looks like.
Yeah, right. They're so
whiter than this popcorn thing.
Honestly, that's that could be like his molar cavity. I'm like, yep, that's Roman Reigns' teeth. So yeah, he's back, and so it was I thought it was a good way to close SummerSlam. My review was out, and I gave the show an A- grade for those wondering, because I thought there wasn't really a bad match. Anything that was bad kind of had a story that either came out of it or going in, but it was a good way to close. And hey, the show tagline was right. We'll never see it coming. And we didn't see that coming at all. And so it led to a lot of intrigue. And now here we are. We're recording on a Sunday, for the record. And so SmackDown has aired. And we have now realized that Roman's a Paul Heyman guy. Or at least they're teasing it. Because for those who didn't watch SmackDown, there's this backstage segment where Roman's on the couch. And then he's talking to Paul Heyman. And bit on the nose. How are you feeling about this? Do you like it?
I think this is the heel Roman Reigns everyone's been begging for.
Since 2015.
I can't wait for people to turn on him instantly. They'll be like, we got what we wanted, but now we're mad.
Like they do with everybody.
Let Roman just kill people and let Paul Heyman talk for him. That is how it should be.
I mean, Roman's a fine talker compared to how he was 5 years ago. It's Paul Heyman though.
Yeah. But Paul Heyman has jobs now, so go him.
He has. I mean, he's not the Raw director anymore because he wants to focus on his on-screen character, and if this is the reason why, then sure, because Brock is in Canada and doesn't want to work because world's on fire. Yeah, exactly. I mean, speaking of Canadians wanting to work, Sami Zayn's back, by the way.
Yeah.
And so those wondering...
Sami Zayn's back. I fucking love it.
Yeah. So what happened... I don't know if anybody saw the clip, but it's basically Jeff Hardy and AJ are yelling at each other. Jeff's on the ramp, and then Sami just comes out with his music. He has his title. I don't think they have the side plates on it. I think it's either that or it's the generic ones. And him and Jeff just kind of mouth off to each other. And he hits a Helluva Kick, and that's the segment. And I'm like, oh, shit. That's cool. I thought he'd be gone for like a good while, but no, he came back. So is he a face or is he still like a bad guy?
No, he's still a bad guy because that's why they gave the belt to Jeff, is because AJ's still a bad guy and Sammy's coming back.
Yeah, so triple threat, or is that going to stay like? I mean, because AJ and Jeff are feuding like it's TNA in the mid 2000s, and now Sammy's in the picture, so now it could turn into more of an Well, Jeff was never in ROH, so
yes, he was.
I don't know, tag champion. I forgot about that. Not like in the mid 2000s though. Not when AJ was there.
Brother Nero was.
Brother Nero was, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm kind of he just came back. It's probably why they're not on the show tonight. But if they do a triple threat, Sammy could win. I feel like they either do that, and they might have AJ get it back. Because like I feel like Jeff is there just to be the babyface champion for whoever the heel is to fight him for it. Like as much as I like Jeff, it's just I feel like he's gone on a bit, and I think they might want to give it back to Sammy so we can see what would have happened. Maybe I don't know. That's just me thinking right away because when he was going away. He fought Brian in that match, which actually was really forgettable if you ask me, because like I don't remember much from it aside from the finish, and I was like, oh, okay. I got kind of sad because I had a lot of potential, and then he left because, well, obviously we know why. And I think he had a second with Nakamura and Cesaro too, and I don't think they're a thing anymore. Did anybody see this? I can't tell.
No.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't see the clip. I think they like Cesaro and Nakamura kind of like distanced themselves, and I'm like, oh shit. It's not a thing anymore. But they're all champions, so I'm like, oh, they could have been all champions, and they could have had a cool thing going on, but now they might be a thing anymore. I mean, it's fine. I think they're all good on their own. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, SmackDown's looking a lot better, because also, when it comes to SmackDown, Talking Smack is back. But your host is your old host is gone because Renee Young is leaving WWE or has left at this point.
Has left.
Yeah, has left because it's been like a week. She's gonna go to ESPN. I think she's above wrestling at this point. If you guys want my personal opinion, because I think Ross from Cultaholics said it very well. She was like the one broadcaster that seemed like a real person.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
yeah,
me.
she had an actual personality instead of a robot holding a microphone.
Like Michael Cole or like Charlie Chris was there. I mean, Kathy Kelly was good too, but then she left after Takeover. I'm like, oh, then I got really sad. So personalities are rare, and when they're all good, they all leave. And now she should go to probably like a proper sports job. I mean, she could just work for Fox, honestly. Like just work for Fox like Punk does, just do like sports. Yeah. But she would probably get looped back into wrestling for all we know. Or I'd say ESPN. I feel like she, like I said, doesn't need wrestling. That's just my opinion. But Talking Smack, I think the host is Xavier Woods. So they're going to have him be the host. Because, like, I'm guessing he's still injured. Or, like, just doesn't want to wrestle just yet. So, because he had
Achilles tear, and that takes a long time to heal.
Yeah, it's almost a year since that happened, too. So he should be back soon-ish, probably in the fall at some point.
And not everyone's John Cena who can just like tear like his arm off and then be back in 2 months.
That's insane. I was watching a video, and I think someone in the Cultaholics thought that was like a whole ruse, or it's actually a wellness policy violation, just hidden really well. And I'm like, what? No. I think it was some editor that said it, not like any of the main guys. I'm like, that's insane if that's true. I mean, it was like 3 months, so it's possible, but I doubt it because it's John Cena. I can't see that. I mean it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, lots happening on the SmackDown front. It looks good. Looking back at last weekend, lots of wrestling happened, and so Takeover happened. Quick rundown of the card: Breezango won the pre-show match. They're actually not the tag champions at the time of recording.
Now tag champions.
Yeah, so that actually paid off really quickly. I watched NXT. I thought it was nice because like Imperium, they didn't really get to do anything, but because the stable was split up, so it's like, what are we gonna do with them? And like the tag division is really weak. With NXT UK coming back next month, are they allowed to go over there because they're athletes? Because there's a loophole in the travel ban where athletes can go across or can come from. I'd hope.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But if that's the reason why, it makes sense. But like, they also got to work on that tag division because NXT tag division is probably the weakest part of NXT, if you ask me. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that is how I feel about it. And we'll talk about NXT main event-wise much later because Tim has a lot of stuff to say about it. But more on that later. Let's see. Next up, we had Balor beat Thatcher. I mean, it's kind of just like a put-together match. It was good. I thought it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it sucks that Thatcher lost, but, it's Finn Balor. It's fine. And with where Balor's going next, yeah, It's understandable. Next up, which I thought was probably the best match, Damian Priest won the ladder match, and it was rough for a lot of people. Cameron Grimes. Yeah, Cameron Grimes got they took the ladders apart.
A lot of punishment.
It's close.
Yeah, the ladder spot where he was doing a split. I'm like, that looks terrible. Oh, but he actually did come close. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna win. But then I think Gargano stopped him. I'm like, oh, thank God. And then I knew Johnny wasn't gonna win because Eric, you were very close. But I had the right feeling. Also, ripped to Redacted because he got pretty much Thanos into the crowd.
Dude, he got sent like 40 yards.
And then it's like I think he was supposed to go through the tables, but he missed. And I'm like, you know what? If he landed on concrete, that's even better. So right result, right winner. He then later got into a jacuzzi with people. I thought that was awesome. But he got the belt wet. And I'm like,
when he got the belt wet, he went in with his shoes, and then his socks are probably wet. That's what kind of psychopath is this guy?
This man.
He likes wants his name to live in infamy and live forever. So I don't think he cares. Plus,
the guy that likes wet socks.
I think the socks will sacrifice. I think that's they'll do that. That's
he's gonna keep those socks on, and then the match where he loses the belt, they're gonna cost him because he can't move as quickly.
That man is gonna get trench foot.
Plus it was a jacuzzi, so it's gonna be hot too. Like, ooh. All right, next up we had, I think what? Oh, and then, so I know we dunked on him a lot in predictions. So Pat McAfee, was that the best celebrity match ever? Or one of the best ones? Yeah. That was, wow.
That was great.
Honestly, it was good. I'm like, holy shit. But I know, like, I was talking to Tim during it, and Scott, and he was watching with Scott. So Scott told me, like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, look.
I think it was dumb bullshit memes, but
it was,
doing a backflip is cool.
And, like, making that big dive to the outside. I actually got a lot of airtime, too. I'm like, oh, shit, you know what? Maybe we look really stupid now for all the shit we talked about.
I mean, Pat McAfee was originally going to be a pro wrestler, and then he got drafted by the Colts.
Yeah, fair enough.
I stand behind my match rating.
I was
what you like a 1.5?
1.5. I stand behind it.
Oh, come on,
man. It's a meme. Because it's a meme.
It was bullshit memes. It was not a match.
I mean, it was probably one of the better celebrity matches. At least it was better than Lawrence Taylor. Better than Lawrence Taylor versus Bam Bam.
That is fact.
All I'm gonna say is I was watching it with my friend, and the whole time I was like, he's gonna take a Panama Sunrise, and he's like, he's not gonna take a Panama Sunrise.
And he did.
Backflip.
And then guess what?
He saw him do the backflip, and he's like, he might take a Panama Sunrise, and then he did, and I was like,
did he take a last shot? I don't think he did. I think he just lost the Panama Sunrise. He just lost that, and that was it. I think women's match was next. Io Shirai landed on her neck at one point. I'm like, oh god, but then she still won. That was good. I mean, there's more of a story coming out of it, and that kind of was further this week. And in the main event, Karrion Kross beat Keith Lee. I thought it was a good hoss fight. It's a lot different than the rest of the show.
That man now has a case of shoulder.
Yeah, his shoulder stopped being a shoulder, as Tim said in his review. And I'm like, ow. And it is very true.
Shoulders became socially distanced.
Have you seen the backstage footage of him talking to the doctor, and his shoulder is straight up off his bone?
Yeah, I saw like the clip of that. I'm like that. So he's probably gone. He's gonna be gone for a while, unfortunately.
Karrion Kross's shoulder, practicing social distance.
Good.
Yeah, it's 6 feet apart. So we'll see you probably in like 6 to 9 months at least. So that's unfortunate. So what happened after this is that the title has been vacated, understandably, and so I don't know what's happened to Scarlett. I'd imagine she may want to wrestle. I know Triple H has said that she could do it, but we'll see.
Honestly, this is probably the best thing they could have hoped for because they were really booked into a corner. With Karrion Kross can come back later and it doesn't have to like kill the top guy.
Because if it's anybody that wins on Tuesday, because what's happening now, and Jesus fucking Christ, what they're doing, it's a fatal 4-way, 60-minute Iron Man match between former NXT champions. So it's Finn Balor, so he just won, so it makes sense now. Johnny Gargano, because former NXT champion. It's also Ciampa, who was a bad guy again because he murdered Jake Atlas. Like holy shit, that was rough.
Oh yeah.
And the former champion before he lost to Keith Lee, Adam Cole. So
it's all heel Iron Man match.
Yeah, okay. Is Cole a tweener or a heel?
No,
I can't tell anymore. That's it, because UE beat the shit out of Drake Maverick, but Cole wasn't there. So I'm like, something going on here? But he was the good guy against Pat McAfee is the problem. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I can't tell. But UE beat up Drake Maverick, so the bad guys, but Cole we don't know about. It'll probably make more sense on Tuesday. But So I want to ask right away, how many false finishes are going to be in this match?
A lot.
Billion.
It's Johnny Gargano's in there, so there's going
Well,
to be
no,
like,
well, no,
A
no.
lot.
No, not really, because it's an Iron Man match. So there's probably not going to be a lot of false finishes.
If there's no falls by the end of the hour, it's going to be like another hour of overtime. Just watch.
If there's no
If the whole-
calls, I will genuinely just stop watching.
If they literally make it 2 hours because they want to go to overtime, I swear. But
Why?
that would be insane. But also, we can't really be too mad because those people just went out there for 2 hours on live TV and wrestled. Well, I actually don't know if it's live, but Thunderdome is live. That's all I know. But yeah, who do we think is going to win? Because I actually think it's an interesting situation.
I think
Ciampa or Balor?
Finn Balor.
It's got to be one of them. Like Cole, I mean, if you want to do Cole again, you can just do him versus Cross, and Cross kills him when he comes back. But like, what does he do before that? Because like, he's beaten just about like a lot of the main event guys. I mean, it's a whole different scene now, I think, because a lot of them have either left NXT or like are doing something else, or have changed their character, like Ciampa. But that wouldn't really work. But like, if I don't want Johnny to win because I just don't like Johnny's character, even though Johnny's fine as a wrestler. Balor's probably the best option, but there is the overlapping threat that is called Walter. If they want to do that, or Ciampa because he wants Goldie back, makes sense, and you can just do other stuff with him. He's an asshole again. It's a whole different roster. He can work with compared to 2018. Sure, and plus if Cross comes back and he's still champion, hey, Cross beat him when he was a babyface. Why not run it back with the different dynamic? Because Cross doesn't really need alignment, if you ask me, because his character kind of speaks for itself. That's my opinion on it. But it's going to be interesting. Also, NXT is on a Tuesday, not Wednesday, because of hockey.
Super
For those who
Tuesday.
don't know, Super Tuesday, baby. And something happened at the commentary desk too, because we've got some bad news for Mauro Ranallo, because returning to the commentary channel, I think it's actually going to be a full-time thing for the time being, is one formerly known as Stu Bennett. Wade Barrett is back in WWE in some capacity. So it was like announced like the day before he'd be commentating. And so they do the video. They did the show. He did a really good job. I mean, I knew how good he was on the NWA Power and at the pay-per-views when he took over for Jim Cornette, and really good stuff. He knew a lot of the people going into, or at least had history with them, which is cool. So I thought it was great. He seems like he had a good time, and they added his profile back to the roster page. I'm like, oh shit, look at that. And he's under the NXT label. So he said he'd be back next week. So I'm really curious to see if this is going to be a thing. For those who watch NXT, what do we think? Is he going to be around for a good while, or is this going to be more like a 2 off?
I think
said,
this
"I
is
need a
just-
paycheck." And that's
I
it.
think this is just temporary because they don't have Nigel McGuinness anymore. So I think
Yeah, he's in UK.
Triple H is like, we need that British voice back.
Yeah, I mean they could zoom Nigel in, but I don't think he wants to do it, or he doesn't, or he's probably gonna wait for UK to come back instead. Because they can get him on, they can get him on UK. And they can do that.
They probably could,
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because UK has to be in the BT Sports studio, so we'll get studio wrestling back in some way.
I fuck with that.
So I'm cool with that. I want to see how it's going to look, but we'll have to wait for a couple weeks for it. I think that was it for the NXT front, basically. Let's go over to that main event picture on NXT, because the person who lost the NXT championship, as Raw debut happened, and what?
I don't like it.
So I imagine we've all seen at least a video of it, because I watched Raw and actually really regretted it, because I'm like, okay, it's gonna be cool. So Orton does his promo, Keith interrupts. He has his intro from his theme, and then it changes. Like, okay, it's gonna get to the rap. It's gonna get to the rap. No, it's that generic guitar music you find in 2K20's creative entrance theme. And I'm like,
Hate it.
Not
well,
a fan in the slightest.
and then he comes out. He looks the same when he comes out, but then he gets to the match for it, and he gets rid of the jacket, and he has a vest on. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Why does he have a skirt on?
WWE-ified him, and I'm just like.
And I'm like, Vince, what did make? Like the theme, I found out why, but like, why the attire? Because like we have other people of like
I know
lesser tone physiques.
Keith was tweeting a lot about it. I didn't read.
Yeah, because fans were kind of annoyed, and he's like, music's out of my hands. It'll work out. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is that he's going to record a new song with the new group, and that'll be his new theme eventually. But they're probably working on it right now as we speak.
Yeah.
And then the attire, I think he's going to talk about that with Vince. Because like I feel like the attire is like, why he used to wear a shirt on the Indies, I know that, but then he got rid of it eventually. I've seen like some pictures of him with the shirt on. So I'm like, okay, so this isn't like different for him. It's just like we're so used to him being without a shirt. And the shorts, like, why is he wearing baggy shorts? Because like, why is it different from tights? Everybody wears tights. I don't get it.
Wears tights.
I don't know. I just thought it looks like everything. Okay, the ring work was fine. The character work otherwise was fine. It's just like it's just the visuals and the aesthetic. It's like, why'd you change it? But it turns out for the music, they want to get rid of the CFO $ stuff because they are no longer at WWE. And apparently they broke up too, from what Sam was saying. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
they
that's
did.
sad. So now the new group, I think it's like Def Jam or something. No, not that's the video game. It's Def something.
We're making a Def
but-
Jam reference. All right.
No, but yeah, that's a PS2 game right there. Also a wrestling game.
It is wrestling.
But yeah.
Wow.
It's a interesting game to say the least. I don't know, but the new group, I think they're going to be changing the song. It also gets me worried for the other people who are going to be going from NXT because like Undisputed Era might have to change their theme song because of this now. They have to re-record a lot of stuff for other superstars. Like it's rough. I'm not a huge fan, but I get why. I just hope Keith figures it out and we'll get a new theme song. Maybe tonight will have it. I doubt it, but I don't know. It also felt weird that like with the match with Orton, how like they had the DQ finish, Drew came out, and then Keith Lee just vanished, and I'm like, oh, so he's just kind of put to the side in his Raw debut. Sag, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens,
It
but
was
that's
rough.
just been all. It was rough, and I just hope that it works out. Fingers crossed. But now I understand
I'm
why
very
people
intrigued
like.
to see if they fix it by tonight. At time of
I
recording.
doubt it, considering music. I doubt because of how they need to produce it and shit. Oh, Eric kind of is a bit Thanos there.
Wow, Eric just Eric'd himself.
All right, so yeah, we're talking about New Japan.
New
So
Japan.
yeah, so New Japan Summer Struggle was a thing. Eric, as we talked about at the start of the show, watched it live or fell asleep during
Most of it, I try to watch it live.
It's
but-
a struggle watching those shows live as someone who's done it. So the big things to take away is that a lot of titles changed hands.
Yes.
Surprising ones being junior heavyweight and never open weight, because I thought they'd stick because I think Suzuki didn't need it, and I thought Hiromu would hold it a little bit longer because I thought Ishimori
Yes.
was fine as someone to lose to, but I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, where do you think that's going to go from here as more of the New Japan connoisseur of the group?
I'm not really sure. I think they were pushing the Hiromu's shoulder injury. They were kind of selling
that's
that
right.
as the reason he lost. And I mean, and Roppongi 3K just vacated the junior tag title, so I think they're really going to.
Is there a reason why?
Oh well,
one of
Show
them's
is out.
injured.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
I think it's
I
Show.
thought it was Yo,
Yeah.
because Show's been a singles guy lately.
Or whoever. Which one of them? The
Uh,
one who's not
It's
wrestling.
Yo.
Yeah,
Yo,
Yo.
Yo,
We've, seen a lot,
whatever.
we've seen a lot of Show like in the past couple of
Yo,
months.
I mixed them up. Whatever. But
It's
yeah,
sad.
it's because he hurt his knee the first round in the New Japan Cup, and he's been out ever since. So I think they're going to focus on that at first, and then kind of figure stuff out from there.
Because like Shingo's not a junior anymore, right? He was a junior last year.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's a junior anymore.
That's like, see, you could do him and Hiromu, but I think Hiromu might either go for the belts again or maybe even go to heavyweight because he fought Evil for the belts when Evil was champion. Because all is right in the world now, and Naito is double champion again, and I'm very happy. Just in time for the G1 too.
Yeah, I was
So-
kind of hoping. So what I was really hoping for was Evil to beat Naito, and then I think he was going to lose it at Wrestle Kingdom to whoever wins the G1. But I was waiting for it was going to be Sonata and Evil going to be in the same block, and then they were finally going to face off. Former longtime tag team partners. Because we really hadn't seen Sonata like.
No, they were always a tag
Revenge
team,
it.
and that was it. Because Nagai was just like, all right.
Yeah, and even though Sonata is the cold skull and he's not supposed to like show emotion, he's supposed to be cool, calm, and collective. He's gonna be like pissed off, like right, like you can see him. He's gonna give like a mean look and then just like beat the shit out of him.
If there is, yeah, it's like that could be the G1. I don't think it's gonna be the G1 final. I think it's gonna be like probably. I think it's gonna be the same block and not to fight each other like probably late in the G1.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I would do, and like maybe winner makes it out of the block, depending on who has
Yeah.
what record at that point. Because I do feel Sonata's gonna have a pretty good record in the G1.
Mhm.
I don't know about Evil. Will probably be at least a strong figure because we don't know we still don't know who's in the G1 at this point. At least I
Yeah.
don't think they've announced anything yet. But I imagine Ibushi and Tanahashi will be in there. Evil and Sonata are pretty obvious. Okada will definitely be next to Okada, unless they want to have him do that. KO, King of Pro Wrestling title, which is currently held by Toru Yano. And I'm like, everyone's favorite.
Who pinned Okada?
I'm fucking
dumb.
sorry.
That's dumb.
I thought I would have pinned like anybody else in that match.
No,
like maybe
he pinned Okada. He hit him with like a low blow and rolled him up.
That's dumb.
I don't know how I feel about that. If they're in the G1 together in the same block, that's going to be a straight up murder probably. So, that's a really, because almost everybody except Tim picked Okada, because I think Tim picked Sonata. I'm like, you know what, fair enough, he's probably the second guy. But then Toru Yano, everybody.
Toru Yano.
I'm telling you, man. King of Pro Wrestling right now. I can't believe it. It's right. It's not going to be the way coming into the year. I can say that right now.
Yep, and from that,
title. That's just a fact.
Yep, and now so every defense that Toru Yano has to defend this title, it's going to be against someone, and then they pick the stipulation for the match.
So like no countouts, so you can't duct tape into the ropes or some shit, so they can't get back in the ring. That's a one good idea.
Countouts only.
So you have to win, but that would help Yano because he can just
that's an advantage.
That's an advantage. He'll just duct tape you somewhere, and then you can't get in. You can't move.
I found that New Japan is just the land of bullshit when it comes to this. Dude, like
they don't do this. They don't do this stuff often. It's weird.
I thought that some of the stipulations they had were great. I thought the 2 count stipulation that was really cool.
That's interesting. And like I heard about Kojima and El Desperado, and I heard how he got himself DQ because he used a Lariat, and that's his finisher. The no finisher match. That was funny. I thought that was hilarious.
Silly.
I think it's kind of funny, but like some of them, but like I get like they're trying to have like comedic stuff and like these weird times, but it's also like you just don't see them do this. They're such like a sports oriented promotion, and over in the U.S. because they have stuff going on the U.S. side too. Yeah, so it's interesting.
Strong. They have
strong.
They're starting their Fighting Spirit Unleashed 2020 tour. I think it's going to culminate with Kenta versus Jeff Cobb for Kenta's opportunity at the IWGP US Heavyweight.
Oh, he's on the line already?
Yep.
When are they doing him versus Moxley or whoever is the US champion?
I don't know, man. I hope Kenta shows up at like All Out or something, and then AEW and New Japan does some stuff together.
That'd be interesting.
That's because the NWA already has that with AEW. I don't know if I'm sure they'll do it with New Japan as well, because like New Japan works with a lot of promotions already. Because Ring of Honor, AAA, but Ring of Honor obviously is not doing anything right now.
No, Ring of Honor is doing stuff with New Japan because there's a bunch of Ring of Honor stars on New Japan.
Well, like, I'm talking about like Ring of Honor branded shows, not like the stuff they do together.
Okay.
Obviously they don't. Yeah, but I think they're trying to come back though, from what I heard. Like they'll be back at some point, at sometime soon. Anything on the Impact side, Tim? Is the Impact guy of the group? Can't think of anything.
They really they did that whole like weekly like that 2
Emergence happened.
Yeah.
I heard it's Eric Young. I heard it's Eric Young versus Eddie coming up, and I'm not surprised by that.
It's interesting. I like Eric Young going back to that World Class Maniac gimmick because Eric Young is super cool. EC3 and Moose is still being a thing.
I mean, EC3 wants to destroy the Impact, the TNA and World Heavyweight Championship. I heard.
Yeah. The Iron Woman match between Grace and Deanna was fine.
People really liked that match. I saw the finish of that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like, I knew Peraza was probably going to win because she has to fight Kylie Ray next.
It was good. Like, it was entertaining, but it wasn't like, a 10 out of 10 match.
I heard it was good. I like this anniversary match was really good, in my opinion.
But now they're gearing for Bound for Glory.
That's in October, so they have a lot of time. So, and I heard that Alex Shelley is still a free agent and he wants to challenge Breezango in NXT with Kushida, and I'm like, oh shit, like, can he do that?
He might be able to.
Yeah, he won't show up with the belt from Impact for sure. But like, if he did, that'd be crazy.
It gives Kushida something to do.
Yeah, we haven't seen Kushida in forever.
He lost his triple threat match and Dream beat him up. I should have said his name. Fuck. Damn it.
Well, I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But hey, let's get more mad. Let's do a game of Shoot Your Shot with Eric, everybody.
Yeah.
So, who was ready to get trivia wrong? No, I am.
Alrighty, gentlemen, welcome back. All right, gentlemen, welcome back to the hardest wrestling trivia game in the world.
Quizlemania?
Shoot Your Shot. No.
Let's say I thought the Cultaholic quizzes were hard, but then again, they don't really restrict you.
Quizlemania?
Alrighty. So I'm gonna do this a little differently. Last time we did this, I asked everyone's answer all at once. or do boo boo boo.
One by
and
one.
One by one, and then I said correct or wrong. This time you're going to give your answer, and then at the end I will say if someone was right or wrong or whatever. Same, but same thing goes. If nobody gets it right, I get a point. If someone gets it right, it's a point for them.
Okay. All right. How many do we have? 10? Do we have how many questions? Do we have 5 or 10
questions? 10 questions.
10. All right. We're in for the long haul, boys.
All right, ready?
Jinx. Got him.
Question number 1. This WrestleMania main event was the first main event to feature 2 competitors who used their real names.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. No, it can't be him. It has to be both their real names.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a one-on-one match, so we can rule out a couple manias already. Let's see. Nope, that can't be that one. Can't be that one. No, Mania 5 is Mega Powers Explode, so not them. I'm not going in order right now.
I'm having a stroke for a second.
Actually, no,
right.
can't be that.
I've got one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tim, shoot your shot.
WrestleMania 19, Angle and Lesnar.
Stel.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's got to be. It's Mania 19 of Angle and Lesnar. Because I think Mania 20, it can't be Mania 20. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go with Mania 19.
All right, Matt.
I'm also gonna go Mania 19.
It's either that or something from around there. I feel like
it can't be any earlier.
Right around there.
Trying to think of Brock main
You
events.
guys are correct. It
Yeah,
is
let's say it's
WrestleMania
Angle.
19, Brock
I'm
versus
like,
Angle.
I went in order. I'm like, okay, wait.
I keep
It has to be
forgetting
the
that
80s.
Kurt Angle is his actual name.
Yeah, Brock main events. He's going against like somebody else with a kayfabe name. Let's start from that one.
All right, I will.
right.
That's the only one I'll get right today.
That's a oof. You have to think on that one.
All right, everyone has a point. Question number 2. What was the original idea for SmackDown?
Oh yeah, I think I know this one. I'll wait for him to count down.
Nice.
Heard it. I heard it.
5, 4,
I remember
3.
this a while ago.
1.
I'll go first.
Okay.
It was supposed to be an all women show, from what I remember.
Okay, Tim,
All developmental show.
Matt,
Yeah, I think it was actually supposed to be an all-woman show, if I'm right.
Matt. Are you just going off their answers, or do you actually guess?
Not
No,
limited.
I think it's
I'm
that-
guessing.
It's either one. I think it's that or we're terribly wrong.
My man
Because
still
I
has a
remember hearing
good strategy here.
back a while ago when I was watching like a Watch WWE video, the SmackDown was originally supposed to be like an all-women's promotion.
Mm.
Something like that.
Well, you guys are correct. Matt and Stella are correct. It was supposed
I'm
to be
sorry,
an
Tim.
all-women's show.
Yeah, before Evolution was even a thing.
That sucks.
All right,
Alrighty. So Stella and Matt have 2. Tim has 1.
all right, Tim.
That's unfortunate.
Question number 3. What was the largest live crowd to attend a wrestling show?
Oh wait, was
I'm
it
stuck
that
between
show?
2 now.
Oh, this is actually it's like one of 3. I'm thinking right now.
Largest
Or that's from a whole. Oh
Indie
wait.
A live wrestling show.
Oh wait, I'm trying to remember this.
Okay.
No, it's got to be that. I think it's that one. So this is gonna be a very niche answer, but I think. Wait for the countdown.
Alrighty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt, you're going first.
Wasn't it the first all-in?
No
The
comment.
first all in.
No
Or
comment.
I don't remember.
No,
Oh,
that was a good. That was a well attended show for an indie thing.
Tim,
WrestleMania 3 of Hogan Andre.
Stel,
Okay, this is a weird answer. WCW New Japan in I think it was South Korea. It was one of the Korean shows they were doing. It was a really big crowd apparently.
Stel, you are correct.
Yes,
Get out.
it was actually insanely big. I actually heard about it from a Cultaholic video. I'm like, that's actually insane.
150,000 people attended Collision
Yep.
in Korea. WCW and New Japan held the 2-night event at Mayday Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea. Each night drew
North Korea. Holy shit.
Each night drew 150,000 fans. However, it is believed that members of the crowd were forced to attend by North Korean authorities.
Of course, fucking it was some dictatorship like that. Oh my god, that was crazy.
I am impressed. I am very
I
impressed.
learned from Cultaholic. They did a video about that, I think, or mentioned it, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking weird.
Smart for this bullshit. God
Well,
damn.
I didn't know that. I learned it from Cultaholic, not like off the top of my head.
All right, so Stella has 3, Matt has 2, Tim has 1.
Oh yeah.
I'm
right.
like, is it Mania 32? I'm like, wait a minute, no, it's that show. I'm like, wait.
Question number 4.
Just call it a bell sprout.
How long was the longest match in history?
Is it that? I don't think it was that. I think the longest match is like an hour and a half. Oh wait, it's an indie fucking match, isn't it?
It's a very much an indie
I think it's an
match.
indie match. I think. What the hell was it?
Is it
Five,
just in WWE
Didn't
or
have-
just
four,
anywhere?
3.
I
Anywhere.
think it's anywhere.
3, 2.
Oh shit!
One.
I can't remember what it was.
Matt, you're going first.
I can't remember it.
If I remember correctly, wasn't there like one 5-hour match somewhere? In an
That's
indie
insane. If
promotion?
that's actually the answer, it's at least over an hour.
All right, Stel.
I can't remember the match off the top of my head, so I'm gonna go with this is gonna be wrong. Omega Okada from Dominion when Omega won the belt in that 60-minute match. I don't think that's right, but that's my answer.
And Tim.
I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go bullshit. I'm gonna say 12 hours.
I don't think
You
I'm
are-
right, so
You are all incorrect.
yeah, I thought so. I can't. It's an indie match. I'm trying to think of. It's really fucking
The
long.
answer is it is over 3 hours. It was at an indie show in Canada and featured Chris Hero or Cassius Ono in a gauntlet match. The show was a benefit for ALS Canada.
Oh my god! 3 hours. Damn, Chris Hero
Over
going out
3
there.
hours.
And then what is Cassius Ohno doing now? Nothing.
That was the
And
match I was thinking of.
the greatest British wrestler ever. Where the fuck he was.
Alrighty, so I get that point.
Oof, that's a tricky one.
I was not
Alrighty. I think we're on question 5. Question 5. Which future face of WWE was in the WCW film Ready to Rumble?
Oh, I think I
Who
know this one.
remembers that movie?
I think I actually know this one. Oh, wait,
WWE face?
face in WCW. I remember this scene. I think I know this one.
I think I might know it.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt,
I'm trying to remember who's in
Was
the movie.
it Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Tim,
Not a bad answer.
DDP.
Stel.
John Cena.
John Cena's correct.
Yep. They're in the power plant, and you
Yeah,
see
he's
this
just
blonde
in the
guy in the
background.
background. He's going on a machine. That's John Cena.
The only person I remember from Ready to Rumble was DDP.
He's in there, but he was already. I think he was.
Yeah.
He wasn't the face of the company. He was.
established
Yeah.
in WCW, not WWE
yeah.
face.
Exactly.
That's unfortunate.
So that's a good one.
Shout out to DDPY.
Alrighty.
Big shout out to
Big
EP.
shout out to DDP Yoga.
So Stella has 4, Matt has 2, me and Tim
Look at
both have
me.
1. All right. Question number 6.
Bringing up last place.
Besides Shaquille O'Neal, who is the only other person to compete in the WWE and also have an NBA championship ring?
Ooh,
Got
Pete
it.
in the. Oh,
Got
is it that guy?
I think I know it.
I don't know.
I think
Hold on.
he's
What do you
from-
mean
he
by
plays
what do you mean by compete?
Have a match.
have a match. What the hell
Never
was his
mind. I do
name?
not got it.
Have a match. Does he have an NBA ring? I
5,
think.
4, 3, 2,
Uh,
1.
Trying to think of his name.
Matt,
I have no idea.
Trying to think of the guy's name.
Tim,
No idea.
Ennis Cantor.
Stel.
And it's Kansas from the Celtics. He was 24/7 champion for like a couple hours
I don't
last
think
year.
I don't think it counted as a match though. That's the thing.
He's 24/7 champion.
You guys are incorrect.
Yeah.
All
Ah,
incorrect.
damn it! I don't think he has a
correct-
championship ring.
Nope. The correct answer is Layla.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck, yeah,
the-
she was in the women's NBA.
Oh yeah.
women's
she was in
NBA.
No. She was a dancer for the Miami Heat, and they got a
And
ring.
he.
Wait,
See, I didn't know they got rings.
I
That's a
didn't
trick
know, I
question.
didn't know Dance
Rings?
Crew got rings.
Yeah,
I didn't
They
know
do.
that. That's insane.
They do.
Yeah, former women's champion.
All right. So 4, 2, 1, and 2.
Ooh, they're catching up.
Bringing up last place, baby.
Question number 7. Which AEW star once appeared on an episode of the TLC show Sex Sent Me to the ER?
I gotta
What?
think about this
That's-
one.
That's a show.
Definite. Okay,
Which
not
A-
not
Yep.
him. Which AEW star appeared on
Yeah.
TLC? Sent me to the.
It's really who do you think is the freakiest member of the AEW roster?
Bro, I literally just started.
He's not there anymore, so it can't be Jimmy Havoc. So he's not there anymore.
All right, it can't be Jimmy Havoc. Fuck.
Bruh, I literally just started watching this show. It's fucking weird.
Why are you watching this, Schmidt?
It's a smaller roster, so it's a smaller roster, so I feel like it's gonna be
5,
I gotta
4,
guess.
3, 2, 1. Matt.
Is it Luchasaurus?
I fucking imagine him on that show.
Me?
Yeah, Tim.
Darby.
It's a
Stel.
good answer. Okay, weird answer. All right, Jack Evans.
The correct answer is Darby Allin.
That makes sense. Yeah, he's a good pick
Hold
for that
on,
one.
Darby was on that?
Darby,
No,
he
fuck.
was featured in that. So the story was
So that
him
man looks
and
like
this
a
cougar.
pole.
It was him and this cougar told a story about they were on a hiking trail and they had sex in a bush and then bees started attacking them and that sent them to the hospital.
What's
I'm not surprised. This isn't surprised we're doing Darby.
It was a completely fake story. They just went on the show to get some money.
Guys, it's Darby Allin. I'm not surprised.
episode and the season?
That's two.
Hey man, Darby Allin. Erica's got points. So.
Stel's got 4.
He was
Matt's
catching up,
got
though.
2.
Yeah, he's catching up.
Dude, I'm just hoping to not get last, even though I'll get last.
I have to get like another one right. If I wanna be safe.
Question number 8. Who are the only wrestlers to defeat Hulk Hogan for a world title more than once?
More than once.
Only wrestler, like there's more than there. It's plural.
Does this include
Plural.
WCW?
Plural, yes. For world title.
World title in other promotions. He was never TNA champion, so he can rule TNA. WCW and WWE. Let's see. Osprey never beat him. Yogi only beat him once. If you
I
remember.
don't even. Can we get like the number?
Warrior?
of
No,
people?
Warrior? No, he only beat him once.
How many people are there?
Like, can we get like the number?
It's only. I'm guessing it's only 1 or 2, right? Just one.
It's two.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh god,
I think it's gotta be someone in WCW.
it has to be.
5, 4, 3,
You beat
2,
him more than once.
1. Matt.
Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior.
Tim.
Ultimate Warrior and Bret Hart.
Stel.
Sting and not him. I think Sting is one of them, and I think the other would have to. I'm gonna say Bret Hart, but I don't think that's right.
Oh,
only
Stel,
gonna
you are half right.
So it was Sting one of them.
The answer was Sting and The Undertaker.
Oh, this dude's in Texas.
fuck.
Shit, that's one of them. Yep. Taker was one. Yep. For both promotions.
Isn't working
Half point.
It's a point for me. No half
God
points.
damn. Sag.
Wait,
4,
no,
2,
brain.
2, and 3.
Sag.
That's unfortunate at this time.
Question.
Wake up, brain.
All right. Question number 9. Who were the 2 winners of the WWE Kuwait Cup?
Wake. Oh, not the True Wake Trophy.
No, so WWF Kuwait Cup.
The World Wrestling
These were-
Federation.
These were 2 consecutive years non-televised events that happened over in Kuwait.
This is WWF. This is probably at least at the latest in the
God,
90s.
80s and 90s.
When was this?
I think it's 97, 98.
97, 98 to give an idea. Big Cup. 97, 98. I mean, it's a very safe question. Can't use Google, so
I'm trying to
it's
think.
outside.
No.
It's got to be like.
Get the fuck no.
I'm trying to.
I'm not even typing anyway. I look, my hands are right here.
I was
So
gonna say, WWF. It's like 8. It's got to be like 80s or 90s bullshit.
trying to think. He said it was 97, 98. So
97,
5,
98.
4, 3, 2, 1. Matt, shoot your shot.
he was alive then. So he was.
Chris Benoit and someone else?
He wasn't there yet. He wasn't there yet.
Tim.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Owen.
Stel.
I'm gonna say Owen and Austin.
Owen was alive still.
You are all incorrect. The
Damn.
correct answers was Ahmed Johnson
Oh, Ahmed Johnson. I forgot he was still around.
Oh.
and Tiger Ali Singh.
Ooh, Ahmed Johnson. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. I thought he was gone by that point.
I honestly thought Ahmed was gone. Jesus.
He was like early 90s for me.
Oof. All
Ooh.
right.
That's
So-
a question and a half.
4 for me, 4 for Stel, 2 and 2.
I'm gonna fucking choke this real bad.
All right, question number 10. It's either me or Stel.
Captain Choke over here.
I joke enough in Fall Guys. Know this.
Captain Charisma.
Here we are. You ready? So, we all found out that Jon Moxley was recently named the #1 wrestler in the world for 2020 by PWI. But so, who was the PWI #1 wrestler in 1997?
97. PWI Insider, 1997. Let's see. That would be. Let's think back to WCW and WWF at the time. Austin wasn't really big yet.
1997.
It had to be before Austin.
Yeah, that was before Austin. That was before like he really got big. I'm thinking WCW as well at this point.
Yeah, I
Sting,
think it's a
Sting won yet?
WCW guy. It has to be. Because that was during the 83 weeks.
Yeah. So let's see.
Was like Luger around at this time?
No, this was after him. This was after him.
Luger #1.
No, this was after him. So I'm trying to think.
I really
PWI #1 wrestler Lex Luger.
That's 93, 94.
We
We're
know
thinking
who
right
it's
there.
not. That's a good thing.
So I'm thinking it's got to be somebody there. No, Brett was still in the Federation, but he was also on his way out.
Sure, I'll take a guess.
5, 4, 3,
I
2,
think it's him.
1. Matt.
Fucking, I don't know, Jeff Jarrett. I don't know.
Terrible
Tim.
answer.
Dean Malenko. I don't fucking know.
What?
Stel.
That's a bold one. Sting.
The correct answer is Dean Malenko.
What?
Dean Malenko, #1 wrestler, 1997.
Well, thanks for saving my fucking tie with Eric at least.
Oh, man.
Hold on. How is he #1?
What the fuck did they? Technical ability I know is rated. So let's see what the top 10 was. PWI,
You know what? I will now
1997
look up
ranking.
why he was #1. I need to
I
figure
need
this
to
out.
know why he was #1.
Yeah. So Austin was Austin was 3rd. DDP was #4.
Was Jeff Jarrett even on there?
Micharo Misawa was #2. Malenko was #13 the year before this.
Why was he #1 in '97?
Why the fuck was... What
I am at a loss.
Have in '97.
Was he WCW then?
Yeah, because he did a lot of work with Eddie, I'm guessing.
That's insane. Let's see. Top 10.
Yeah.
So top 10. Benoit was 10. Liger was 9. The Giant, that's the Big Show, he was 8. Shinwa Hashimoto was 7. Undertaker was 6. Luger was 5. So Eric Schmidt, you weren't too far off.
What?
DDP was 4. Austin was 3. Mitsusaru Misawa, who I think is from New Japan,
Yeah.
it was 2. And Dean Malenko was 1. Where was Sting on this?
Where's Shawn Michaels?
Or Jeff
Sting.
Jarrett.
Is this
Sting's
when
not-
Shawn Michaels took his ball and went home?
I think so. Sting was not even on this. That's a bit. Sean, yeah.
What was he doing?
Michaels was 18.
Oh,
What
jeez.
about Jeff Jarrett?
Jarrett was 17. Owen was 16. Kenta Kobashi was 15. Nash was 13. Ultimo Dragon. Taz was 11. So it was 2. Rey Mysterio was 29.
Oh, this was when Dean Malenko won the U.S. title from Jarrett.
Oh.
Oh, shit. So he's a mid-card guy.
Match or something?
Ahmed Johnson at 53, baby.
Ahmed Johnson
Alright.
should not be a person.
But Tim, 2 out of the 3 you got right was just guesses, and you got them right.
Darby and Dean Malenko, baby.
You lucky son of a bitch.
So how do ties work?
I have a tiebreaker question.
Oh, shit.
So this one is just for Stel and me.
Okay.
Or I know it, but
I have to get it right or it's over.
yes.
Can we assist Stel by texting
No.
him separately?
Phone a friend?
No phone a friend. Stel is on his own.
Yeah,
Well,
great.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, ready? Out of these 4 wrestlers, who has appeared in WWE, WCW, TNA-Impact Wrestling, and AEW?
Ooh, okay, so interesting
Ready?
question here. Okay.
Is it Gato, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, or Frankie Kazarian?
So WWE, WCW, AEW, and Impact.
Mm-hmm.
So my options are Gato, Jericho,
Cody.
Kazarian, and Cody.
Yes.
Well, I'll cross off Cody because he was never in WCW. Gato, I don't think ever did really work in North America aside from New Japan of America. I could see him in Impact because the partnership, but I don't remember him being in WWE or WCW. I mean, maybe WCW because of the partnership back then, because he was the booker, but no. So that leaves Jericho, who I don't think was ever in Impact. So, is it Frankie Kazarian?
Is that your final answer?
It's either him or Jericho, I think. Because I'm trying to think if Jericho was ever an Impact. It had to be like a one-off appearance if he ever was. Because Jericho was obviously in WCW. He was in WWE. He's the inaugural AEW champion. Oh, it's him or Kazarian. It's fucking Gato, I swear to God.
Gato screwing everybody. Like he screwed me at Wrestle Kingdom.
Fuck it, Jericho.
It
Final
is
answer.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it had to be a one-off for TNA, wasn't it?
He had
'Cause everything
one.
else.
He actually didn't even appear at the show. It was Bound for Glory 2006, and Fozzy did the theme song.
Oh, so that's they get credit for it. That's insane. Because
Yeah,
like Kazarian,
it wasn't Kaz because Kaz
He was never at WCW.
But say, I'm not sure if he started in the power plant, maybe, but like no,
No,
because Kazarian's been
Kaz
everywhere
was
else.
a TNA guy. He was TNA.
And Gato was.
Gato was never
Gato
WWE,
wasn't
I imagine.
WCW. He was Jado and Gato were in a tag team match at Halloween Havoc '97.
No shit. Well, there you go. So yeah, because like he never did WWE stuff. Impact made sense because of the partnership, but and obviously, he's never been on AEW either because he can't be. So
Look at this man dethroning Eric.
oh man, that's a save. I'm like, it's gonna be something crazy. So
Stel gets the win and he gets the bonus point.
yay, my lead grows.
Look, I got Dean Malenko. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I think took about the hardest questions.
so fucking shocked.
You've got the hardest ones. I got the fucking North Korean one because I
I
learned
it
that.
had to be
on
9 to
that
7. It wasn't Austin, but it had to be someone that was so bullshit memes.
I mean, Malenko was good, just like fucking number one over Austin. I mean, Luger being in the top 5 was what shocked me too, because Luger was in WCW at the time.
Luger sucks.
Disgusting.
Remember when he thought he won the WWE Championship in '93? SummerSlam, one of the worst endings ever.
Garbage.
God. All right, that is Shoot Your Shot, and holy shit, that was down to the wire. Anyway, so let's take a break and let's talk about merchandise. So, because our sponsor today, as always, is the SSS Merchandise Store. Tim is the one who usually talks about this, but we ran it down last time. Oh, there it is. I mean, that's not the SSS branded mask.
I don't have samples yet.
But we do have SSS masks for whenever you go out in public. Please wear a mask and spread the name of the brand. It would be very, very nice. We might have, I think we're working on a promo code. We used to have one, but I think we're going to get a new one for it. Get a nice little discount and everything. If people are back to school these days, like our friend Schmidt down there, he can always buy a mask if he wants and wear it around campus and let people know what we do as all of us are PSU alumni aside from Schmidt at this point. So that's something for us to do.
One day.
Go to a networking event, wear a mask, and there you go. You can tell us how we're doing, basically. Towels for those who want to, for some reason, go to the goddamn beach, but not the smartest idea, if you ask me.
You can use
But
a towel for your pool.
that's true, as
Or
it is
shower.
right over there. And my shower, which is upstairs too. We all have showers. That's important. Hygiene is good. But, yep, again, that is going to be at teespring.com/stores, and it's just Shoot Style Sauna, Tim?
Yeah.
That's correct. So again, that is teespring.com/store/Shoot Style Sauna to check out our merchandise. More stuff will be coming soon, and yeah, we'll see what goes from there. So going back to scheduled programming, we have another game, but I'm taking the throne now because we're bringing it back. It is time to do more of this or that, where I give a prompt and the team gives their answer, and maybe if they want a short explanation to why. So we got 10 prompts from WWE related ones, you have 10 AEW related prompts, you have 10 miscellaneous ones, which could be New Japan, Impact, or just some fantasy booking for all I want. So let's go from WWE. So let's start with, so for the first one, you have to bring one out of retirement, the other stays retired. Do you bring AJ Lee out of retirement or Paige out of retirement?
AJ Lee.
Paige.
AJ. Let's see. Next is a match toss-up. So it's going to be Rock versus Austin at Mania 15 or Rock Austin at Mania 19. X7 would be too easy.
19.
19. It was Austin's last match.
19.
Plus, it was Hollywood Rock, and that was just an awesome character. All right.
That's fair.
Let's see. So when Sonya Deville returns, do you have her win the Rumble or win Money in the Bank?
Rumble.
Return in the Rumble, but now win the Rumble.
So you'd have her win Money in the Bank then?
Neither.
That's not
the
the
fucking
name of the
cop-out.
game, Eric.
This is not.
All
The
right.
name of the game is this or that, not this, that, and the third option. You fuck.
Money in the Bank.
This-
I think she would be better as like that looming threat.
I want to say Money in the Bank too. Depends like how well received her return is, but we'll see. I'm gonna say Money in the Bank just for safety. All right, next up, this is an interesting one. You have to alter one of these events. So, do you have RVD never get arrested in 2006 while he was double champion, or does Angle never leave WWE 2006 and go to TNA?
But he had so many drug problems, but TNA probably made it worse.
I'd have RVD not get arrested.
Yeah, I'll have RVD.
RVD's double champ would have been fantastic.
It was so good. It started off so good.
Plus, Angle needs to run TNA.
Yeah, Angle needs to also recover from neck. See, I'm gonna say RVD because like it had so much potential. It was sad.
When RVD got arrested.
Yeah.
Him and Sabu.
It was Sabu. Yeah.
TNA.
Sabu was fighting Rey Mysterio for the title at the time, which was also like, what the fuck? All right. Speaking of weird shit, what was the weirder moment? Curtis Axel reveals to be a Paul Heyman guy and beats Triple H via countout on his first night on Raw, or Kane versus Bray Wyatt in a Ring of Fire match.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Kane and Bray Wyatt.
Kane and Bray Wyatt was very weird,
That
but
was
like.
dumb.
But like your first night on the show is you debuting with Paul Heyman and beating Triple H via count out.
After it was the Raw after WrestleMania, and
wait, was it after Mania? I thought it was after Extreme Rules.
No, it was after Mania, and Triple H was already like dead from Brock Lesnar the night before, and then like there was like a concussion. He was concussed already, or storyline concussed, and then like he just hit him. Yeah, let's count out.
It was such a weird ending too. All right. So, okay, next up, you can only book one of these matches. Do you have Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship? Or, when he comes back, Dexter Lumis versus Karrion Kross, let's say Kross is champions for the NXT Championship?
Dexter Lumis versus Karrion Kross.
Lumis and Kross.
That would be a fucking awesome episode.
Cole and McIntyre, because I don't think McIntyre got revenge after
He never did.
Brooklyn 3.
He never did. That's how the show ended. They never really interacted ever again. That's why, because look, also Lumis and Kross would be awesome for character reasons. It'd be fucking dope, but like I'm gonna say McIntyre and Cole for the story reasons, but like you can't deny like the Lewis and Cross thing would be fucking awesome. Because imagine Cross doing his entrance, Scarlett goes forward, and Lewis comes from under the ring doing the snake walk. That'd be hilarious. He just stares at him.
Oh, instead of Scarlet, and goes under his legs.
Yeah, he was like he just walks up to him, and like you put the hourglass in the ring, but Loomis just ignores it and just goes past it. It just goes up right in front of him. I can't wait for them to come back. All right, better Mania entrance. Michaels on the zip line at Mania 12, or Cena with Chicago Mafia at Mania 22.
Michaels by a mile.
I like Chicago Mafia better.
I know you would, because CM Punk's in it.
Yeah, Punk's in there.
Good
It's a cool cameo.
Probably Michaels.
Ooh, Mania 22 was the first Mania I ever watched live.
Me too. I didn't watch it
trying to
live, but I
think.
got it on DVD.
I'm gonna say Michaels because how iconic it is. But the Cena one's so cool though, with the Tommy gun and the entrance and like all the music and stuff. That's a good one though. All right, better heel turn. Seth Rollins destroying the Shield, or Owens beating up Sami Zayn after he won the title.
Seth Rollins destroying the Shield.
Kevin Owens.
No, because we knew Kevin Owens was going to be a heel, but Seth turning on the Shield?
It's
No one saw that. Nobody saw that coming
the
either.
only reason Kevin Owens is because you had the Zayn build-up where you finally achieved it. It's that like moment of ecstasy, and then Owens being like, absolutely not.
Owens said no.
Plus, he debuted that night, so I'm going for it.
And Juice Robinson broke his nose.
Who remembers Juice
Shit.
Robinson in NXT?
Yeah, CJ Parker,
Parker.
man. Yeah,
Who
that's a
remember-
throwback.
Dude, the fact that he never went fucking left hand to God in NXT.
Not yet.
Well, CJ, but what happened was Juice Robinson, he left NXT and then went to New Japan and then started from the bottom of the New Japan dojo, and now he's where he is.
And now
Now he's banging Tony Storm, and then she sat on him.
Now he's now he's getting his face out on by Tony Storm.
Then he got sat on, and then his leg got hurt.
Lucky man.
Lucky son of a bitch.
All right, next up, the better debut: Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam or John Cena on SmackDown with the Ruthless Aggression promo.
John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena, which is I love Dom already.
Aggression.
Remember Bray Wyatt made fun of him for that? That was fun.
Ruthless aggression. Ruthless aggression.
All right, championship choice. Do you like the World Tag Team titles or the WWE Tag Team titles? This is the Ruthless Aggression era with like the red belts on Raw or the blue belts on SmackDown.
The world.
WWE Tag Team title, because I was a SmackDown guy when I started watching.
I was a SmackDown guy too, so I'm gonna say those ones because Brian and Kendrick
Brian
in
Kendrick, London and
Paul
Kendrick,
London.
Deuce
That was
and
such a good
Domino,
tag team.
Eminem.
Charlotte to win.
Edge and what was it, Eddie?
Yeah.
or
no,
Edge-
Edge and Ray.
Edge and Ray won it.
Shout
They're
out
the
to
first
when,
champions.
Paul London got murdered in the Rumble by Snetsky.
Yeah.
And then remember when Joey Mercury's face exploded in that one match for the belts? Yeah, that Armageddon match.
Oh, Joey Mercury.
That Armageddon is the most insane pay-per-view because it not only did it have that ladder match, it has a Inferno match, a Last Ride match, and then the main event is John Cena and Batista taking on.
It was Booker and somebody else, right?
But yeah,
Which
I
Armageddon
think it
was this?
was it Finn? 2006, wasn't it? Or 7?
Let me get that
6.
official ruling. Hold on.
Yeah.
oh, it was MVP and Kane in Inferno match, Undertaker,
Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy, Last Ride match, and then Batista and Cena tag team. I can't remember who they're based.
It's a crazy fucking
Wait a
card.
minute, wait a minute.
And then, yeah, and then the ladder match.
There was also like
Yeah,
a bikini
King's Court.
contest.
Yeah, the King's Court. That's what it was.
Shout out to
All
my
right,
next, shout out to my next classic review, Armageddon 02.
Ooh, that was the match.
It's
Was that HBK and Triple H?
Three
and
Stages of
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, that's that match.
Only reason I wanted to do that was I wanted to watch that. That's it.
All right, let's go over to the AEW front. Do you rather? Do you bring in Nick Aldis as part of the NWA partnership and have him defend the 10 pounds of gold on TNT? Or do you have Moxley defend the AEW world title in other promotions like New Japan?
Aldous.
Aldous.
Moxley.
Real world champion.
You
That would help the
can't
NWA so
risk
much.
Moxley going to other promotions right now.
It's, I mean, like, let's say like a couple of months down the line when maybe the travel ban's gone.
I think it would have been better if you switched it to Moxley defending the New Japan US title on Dynamite.
Dynamite. That makes
Oh,
more
if he
sense.
was
It's like,
defending the U.S. title on Dynamite, then yeah, I'd go Moxley.
Hell
well,
yeah.
he
Moxley
had-
Kenta. Moxley Kenta on TNT.
It's true, but like, I feel like it's also a classic thing. But like, let's see what happens. Go over the tag division. Hybrid 2 or Bad Influence. That's Christopher Daniels and Kazarian.
See,
I love the hybrid too. I
Hear
love
me out.
Angelico from Lucha Underground.
the TNA part of me says bad influence because they're great. The everything part of me says Hybrid 2 because I love them for Lucha Underground.
Bad Influence is more from Ring of Honor anyway.
Well, fuck you, Eric. I'm gonna go Hybrid 2.
Hybrid 2.
Hybrid 2's fun.
Hybrid 2.
Because I'll think
Sky Blondes, they're also known as.
Sky.
I think SCU is better.
Shout out to.
That's a
Lucha
trio,
Underground
yes.
and Helico.
All right, you can only book one of these. Brody Lee versus Wardlow for the TNT title, or Brody Lee versus Darby Allin for the TNT title.
Brody and Darby.
Brody and Darby.
Brody and Darby.
Brody and Darby.
would-
He can't.
Darby would
We can't deny
die.
that Wardlow match would be awesome because how much of a hoss fight it would be.
It would be beef.
Okay, this is a dumb one. Marco Stunt or Luther?
Marco Stunt.
Marco.
Marco Stunt.
And Eric doesn't like Marco, but yeah, Marco.
I don't like Marco. He's just kind of annoying to me, but I mean,
you're
he's
kinda
funny
annoying,
sometimes.
Remember Kenny just beat him up after that match over like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago? That was funny. All right, this is a funny one too. All right, who has the rougher relationship? Hangman Page and Matt Jackson or Brody Lee and John Silver?
That's a good
For those who watch BT, you guys will like, understand the Brody Lee
I
and John
got what you-
Silver
I got what
thing.
you were going for. It's got to be Brody and John.
Yeah, Brody.
I haven't seen Being the Elite, so I'm gonna go
So
with Page
yeah.
and Jackson.
All he does with John Silver is that he just like Silver will try to be nice to Brody, and he'll just like shove him to the ground and hit him with papers. It's kind of funny, and then like we all know Hangman and Mac because it's on TV. But I'm gonna say Brody and John because it's fucking rough. Let's see. Okay, you can only push one of the two: Jungle Boy or Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio
Jungle
Sky.
Boy.
Jungle Boy has a lot of time left. Scorpio Sky.
Jungle Boy.
Tim did say he was his most underrated pick in the shooties, one of the mid-year ones.
I do like Jungle Boy.
I like him too. It's tough. This one's actually kind of hard.
Scorpio
Sky, but
deserves-
by like an inch.
He deserves a singles push. I mean, they both do.
They're doing it.
real.
I mean, they're doing the Scorpio Sky one. It's just like he's stuck in a tag
Jungle
match
Boy
right now.
deserves a singles push right now. Let's be real. Too many.
He's so young.
There's so
That's the
many
thing.
tag teams.
It's gonna happen one day. Let's see. You can alter one of these events, so you can change it. Do you have Jericho retain the AEW World Title at Revolution, or do you have Lance Archer beat Cody at Double or Nothing?
Lance Archer beat Cody.
Yeah, Lance Archer beat Cody.
Lance beat Cody.
Lance beat Cody. Let's see. Oh, this is a metaphorical one. Let's see. What promo segment would you rather see? Would you rather see NWA partnerships? So this can happen. Eli Drake and MJF, or Ricky Starks and Chris Jericho?
Oh, Ricky
Eli
and
Jake,
Jericho.
MJF.
Hey. Eli Drake. Imagine Drake doing the fucking Name of Dummies show and MJF interrupts him. That'd be fucking hilarious.
But Ricky and Jericho, guys.
Ricky and Jericho would also be awesome because Ricky Starks is fucking good at talking.
Ricky.
Let's see. Another would you rather? Do you bring back Death Triangle when Pac comes back from the UK, or do you have Pac join Eddie Kingston's stable with the rest of the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade?
Death Triangle. I think it has so much potential.
See, since there isn't a neither option, yeah, it is Death Triangle.
Death Triangle. It's kind of weird because like he's gonna come back like, oh, what the hell? It's like, oi, what you do? It's gonna be actually kind of funny.
Unpopular opinion: I don't like Eddie Kingston.
He's fine. I think it's cool seeing him like be like on a big stage, but you know, I haven't seen a lot from him. He was good on Power, but like he hasn't done a lot just yet.
Yeah.
Last one for AW, the better match: Jericho versus Jungle Boy in a 10-minute challenge, or Jericho versus Darby in the Philly Street Fight.
Street Fight.
Philly Street Fight.
Street Fight, because I can't remember seeing either of those. I don't remember.
It was on Dynamite, so Street Fight.
That was
And
the
our
third one.
that was after Boston. That was the third one.
Oh, okay.
Next up is the miscellaneous. This can be kind of whatever promotions we want. Feast or Fired or Bound for Glory series.
Feast or Fired. Feast or Fired.
Feast or
Because the
Fired.
Bound of Glory series was just confusing. Like when I tried to understand it, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, is it like a G1 or
It's
something?"
like a G1 that didn't quite develop
Okay.
That's fair.
because
All right.
Dixie Carter doesn't know what she's doing.
Dixieland, everybody. The Crockett Cup or the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team
That's a
Classic.
classic.
Roads.
Dusty Classic. Best of Super Juniors or the Super J Cup.
Best of Super Juniors.
Super Juniors.
Best of Super Juniors because we got Osprey Shingo in it last year. You can only book one of these two matches: Omega versus Rollins or Zack Sabre Jr. versus Daniel Bryan.
Oh.
ZSJ Bryan.
Og.
I gotta go Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins because that'd be such a fucking good match.
ZSJ Bryan.
CSJ Bryan, but that's like by like this close because like that being, I know they want to fight each other too.
ZSJ Bryan can't be in America though, because no one would
that's-
like it.
Yeah, because like you know, CSJ would fucking yell at all the American fans for being assholes.
Hey,
Exactly.
dickhead.
Pretty much. The better babyface, Tanahashi or Cena?
Tanahashi. Because he naturally got over. Cena was still getting booed.
You can't boo Tanahashi. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
I have unpopular opinion.
Schmidt, I swear to God.
Did you say Cena?
Yes.
Oh, this one's
Schmidt,
hard.
I hate to say this. Wait, no, I don't hate to say this. You're wrong and you're bad.
Everyone loves Tanahashi. That's what I'm gonna say. Everyone loves him. Like, you can't hate him.
As Toriano once said.
I'm not allowed to hate him.
Let's see. Okay, and now let's go to the other side. The better heel, Jay White or Sami Callihan?
Jay
Sammy
White. Jay White.
Callahan's a fucking asshole when he wants to be.
I love
Breathe with a switchblade.
Hear me out, though.
I'm saying Callahan, by the way. I'm saying.
Hear me out.
I think
One is good at intentionally being an asshole.
Jay White is the most hated man in Japan.
Can you let me finish?
Let him talk.
One is good at being intentionally an asshole, Jay White. The other is good at saying things that makes you want to kill him, Sami Callihan.
Sami Callihan. Remember when he beat up Brian Case's wife?
Remember when he flipped off Jim Cornette?
That was more of a babyface move, if anything. But like when he beat up Melissa Santos and pissed off Brian Cage, that's fucking bold. And he fucking beat Cage in the end. It's like, holy shit, this guy got away with it.
I
But,
gotta
like,
give it to Sami Callihan.
It's fucking tough, but like
I
I'm
gotta
saying
give it.
Callahan too.
Dude, beating up Melissa Santos was the funniest thing.
eating
That
up
shit was
someone.
It
terrifying.
was like, cool, got it.
Let's see. The next up is moves. The Keith Lee's Big Bang Catastrophe or Shingo Takagi's Made in Japan.
Big Bang Catastrophe.
Shingo.
I don't
Shingo.
watch New Japan.
Big Bang Catastrophe. When I looked at it back, the Made in Japan, it's like a Grace driver that Jordan Grace does. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that till now. Because the way they deliver it's the same way.
Unpopular opinion, Bang Catastrophe is a dumb move.
I like the Spirit Bomb better.
Spirit Bomb should
But-
be his finisher.
I like
I'm
it.
sorry,
Yeah, I love Spirit Bomb
Tim,
better.
But you're wrong.
Schmidt,
Let's see.
not wrong. That's the thing.
Better gimmick. Dexter Lewis is a tortured artist or EC3 as top 1%er.
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Lewis, even though we haven't seen nearly as much of it compared to the top 1%er. And finally, the better match. Bate versus Walter from Cardiff or Naito versus Omega from the G1 final in 2017.
Cardiff because I didn't see the.
Naito Omega.
We've already done this one.
Have we? I know we did. I
Yeah.
know I mentioned. I'm trying to remember. Let me control F this real quick.
You also mentioned both of these in the Backlash review.
I did because they're both really good matches.
Yeah. You also
This
like
man
all
just
the-
wants the official ruling.
No, it's like when I was editing it, he's like the matches he named after the greatest wrestling match ever. It was either Walter or Omega. I was like, jeez.
Because they're both good at the
Yeah,
wrestling.
Eric said I'm here to beat you up. It's Naito Omega. That's still the correct answer.
Naito Omega.
I control F it. It was this prompt wasn't on here before.
Price after
Maybe the other matches were mentioned, but not this one specifically.
Oh well.
It's just they were mentioned in the greatest match ever review because they were better matches than the greatest match ever.
Oh yeah.
Got him.
All right, that's it for that's the last one.
Woo.
All right, that's it for this or that. That was a segment. Some tough ones there, but mostly a lot of a couple across the boards, but a couple differences, mainly towards the end, especially. So we're gonna turn things over to Tim now. So we're all kind of taking our own turns here because we have a no holds bar to talk about.
Oh,
And Tim, you have something that I agree with. So you want to start us off here?
I am how the kids say, mad. I'm just gonna make a statement. I don't care if you think I'm right or wrong, because I'm right. NXT cannot book a babyface main event
Agreed.
champion to save their life.
Agreed.
Because, and I think
Yeah.
I found out their process, it's that one Paul Levesque believes that the chase is better storytelling, but once you get it, it's like, let's just have you fall.
I mean, yes. I mean, just I think Johnny Gargano is like the biggest case in this.
No, I think the biggest case is Sami Zayn.
Oh, that's what crashing because then he got beat up by Kevin Owens. That was just like,
I
oh
was gonna say,
shit.
But Sami Zayn didn't even last a day until he was already bipped on.
It's true. Gargano, I just didn't think Gargano would lose
But,
that
like,
quickly.
Sami Zayn, Nakamura.
I mean, Nakamura, I thought was fine.
Nakamura.
That
Less,
was probably the last
Balor.
good one, I think.
Balor.
Balor. Okay, that's like the one like real one. But
That was
that's
fun.
when
That was fun,
but that's
but,
when
like-
Dusty was booking it though.
Neville.
He was a face when he did it. That's like when it first started.
But like,
What was Bo Dallas? Was he a good guy?
No, is he back?
no,
He was
he was heel.
Bo
Yeah,
leave
but like
everybody.
Johnny,
Yeah, Johnny's
he
going.
is the newest example, and you're like, wow, you get one.
I mean, they got
hit.
booked into a corner there, which sucked.
It's not even booked into a corner. They wanted Keith on main roster. That's why they put him.
Yeah, they wanted to give him the accolades to say on like TV and stuff. Which I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. I mean, he already had the North American title for a good while anyway.
So I think, and that's also why they had an all heel Super Tuesday Iron Man match.
That's true. It's gonna be weird.
There's
Just like
no baby faces in that.
who's even the main event picture for babyfaces at this point? Because I can't think of many.
Nobody.
Because they're all Keith's gone. Cross was a heel if
The
anything.
only thing is,
Champ is a
unless
heel
you're,
now,
unless you're pushing Dexter,
but he's injured. We don't know when he'll be back. I think he's gonna be back soon, but like
or Bronson.
he's more of a mid card guy though. And Priest is North American champion.
He's the only face I can think of.
Anybody else from UK is stuck in UK because travel ban, and they're gonna be on NXT UK anyway.
Yeah, because then I would say Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne because they're both baby faces.
Look at the cruiserweight division.
No,
Swerve-
Swerve's dealing with Legado del Fantasma. Breezango are champions, so they can't be singles guys really.
No way
Kushida's
they put in
doing
Drake.
nothing.
Kushida is one of the
nothing.
weakest.
MIA.
He's been not been handled well. Cameron Grimes is
Hopefully a
Cameron
future
Grimes is a
Dynasty
heel.
episode of Kushida,
Yeah,
because
that's actually a good idea. Let's think of other people. Let's look at the roster that they
Yeah, let me
have.
pull up the roster.
Let's pull up the roster.
Let's-
List of WWE personnel because they don't have like an NXT personnel. So the
let's
NXT
get it.
roster. NXT roster, male people. Let's see. Cole's a heel. Wait, Ruas? He's on Raw Underground. Austin Theory is a heel. Boa! No.
Absolutely not.
Brendan Vank? I forgot about him. He's a tag team guy anyways with Shane Thorne.
Everrise. Dijak is technically. Dijak is
Dijak,
his
he's not.
retribution. Let's be real.
We all saw that picture. He's the fucking big guy in that group. It's so obvious. You can tell by the build. Priest is North American champion.
Kona Reeves.
No. No. Jake Atlas
I
got
hate
murdered
Kona
this
Reeves.
Yeah, I think everyone hates Kona Reeves. Jake Atlas got murdered this week, so no.
Yeah, there's no one.
Joaquin Juan. He's a Legado del Fantasma.
Killian Dane's a heel.
Yeah, he beat up Drake Maverick this week.
Unless they're trying to turn a heel face, and even then,
Pat McAfee, no.
I would quit watching wrestling as a whole.
I would. Only Larkin? I mean,
Danny Burch?
Unless they're planning a face turn during the Iron Man match.
Which I wouldn't be shocked by. But who? Would it be Cole?
It'd have to be Balor.
Well, he's already kind of he's a tweener, if anything, right now. If you ask me, Balor's more of a tweener.
There's no one else that you can turn face right now because
Cole, I think Cole actually would be a good baby face. Unpopular opinion.
Johnny, it ruins his whole character arc.
It doesn't work because Johnny just turned heel back in April, and this character screams asshole. Unless I don't like it.
Ciampa just turned heel again.
Ciampa just murdered somebody, so he's got to be a heel now.
And let's be all honest. Adam Cole can't be a face.
I disagree with that. I think he can.
Can't do it well.
He was a good face in the McAfee thing. At least I
Not
thought.
really.
I liked it. I mean, if you can make Roderick Strong a face, no, never again. Never again. Did not go.
The only person of this roster that I can believe as a face main event that's already there is
Kyle O'Reilly.
No. It's memes, but no. Is Timothy Thatcher.
No.
That's kind of bold.
It's the
I think
only one that makes sense.
He's a good mid card one.
Unless they're trying to dream.
Nope, he just turned heel.
You cannot.
I mean,
You cannot.
also,
You need to fire him. You need to fire him first, and then we can move
I
on.
mean, they won't, which is unfortunate. But
Let's.
there's no one else on the roster.
It's like I'm trying to look at the rest of the look at this. It's so like they're so. What are they gonna do? Because like Triple H, they're so. Because like I feel like Cross didn't get injured. They were gonna do him versus Ciampa for the belt. Well, Ciampa still is the good guy, but then Cross got injured. It's like, oh shit, now we're back. Now we gotta do something else.
Unless they're calling someone down.
There is a draft coming, from what we know.
Yeah.
There's a draft coming in the fall.
How about
So
Joseph Park?
hey, he's on SmackDown. He's on SmackDown right now.
I'm
So why the fuck not?
saying we can
Get
give
Abyss
him
in
new
NXT.
music. We can put the mask back on him.
Totally would.
Abyss could do it.
Let's look at the roster. Okay, if we're gonna move somebody across or down, whatever we want to call it these days, from the current roster, let's look at the Raw and SmackDown rosters.
Or
Apollo Crews, if he loses the U.S. title.
Who from UK could technically come over?
It's got to be Bate or Pete Dunne, I think. One of them. They've done just about everything in NXT UK except for the tag belts.
What about Dragunov?
He has Walter to deal with. That's going to be a match, I think, when they're back. Bomber Day is better for UK North American.
I want Walter and Mastiff. Come on, I need that.
That happened. Did that happen already? That happened on regular TV.
I actually.
Noam Dar? No, he's more of a heel.
Absolutely not. Noam Dar.
Rich Holland's appearing on NXT US, but he's a bit new. Nah, Trent Seven's more of a tag team guy.
Do we send AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan to NXT?
Bryan's not doing much right now.
No.
But I don't think SmackDown want to get rid of one of them.
Yeah.
AJ's busy with the IC title anyway. I think Bryan's more realistic out of those two because Bryan's kind of just hanging out right now.
That's SmackDown. Let's look at Raw.
Let's see. You're trying to look at Morrison?
Yeah, not gonna do that.
Mustafa Ali.
Oh, I thought of him. I did think of him.
Humberto
Not gonna lie.
Carrillo.
No.
Kevin Owens.
Humberto Carrillo D's work.
Yeah, Owen's kind of also Owen's kind of hanging out right now. He's seen with Aleister Black. He turned heel.
Yeah,
That's gonna be. Yeah, Owens is dealing with Aleister Black right now. So no.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is they gotta figure out Lars Sullivan. No. Not Corbin. Kofi's injured. They wouldn't even do that anyway. Now let's have Fiend lose instead of NXT. That'd be kind of crazy. That's a bold move. Akira Tozawa?
No.
He's doing
his whatever thing.
He's doing the ninja stuff.
Which is just the smallest shred of awful.
It's very odd.
It's bad.
We could send Cedric to NXT, give him a personality. Not a bad idea. Suspended.
He's suspended.
Speaking out movement.
Forgot that part.
I think Ali is actually not a bad choice, considering he's not doing much. He's a really good baby. He's a great baby face, if you ask me.
They could bring the hacker down to NXT and have.
Hey, remember that, guys?
Yeah. They could bring in
Uh,
the hacker down to NXT and have him be the baby.
Bit bold here, but Samoa Joe, once he's able to.
I think they're keeping him on commentary.
Yeah.
He wants to wrestle again. That's all I know. But he's also doing that video game as a voice actor. We were talking about earlier this week.
He is King Shark.
Yep, that's true.
It's a bold.
Shelton Benjamin, no.
No, he's in her business.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if Big Dom doesn't stay on Raw, Dominic in NXT,
He's too big to go. That's the problem.
but like you can help him develop more. I know he's still pretty new.
But like, look, NXT is, especially with their head writer quitting.
That's true. He did leave.
In a struggle.
I mean, like I've also memed that Triple H is actually just the biggest indie market in the world, so he'll just pick up anybody else he can find. So it's just they gotta do something, otherwise it's gonna be like, oh, we got a heel chain with all heel people around. It's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, how are we supposed to know who to root for? And like, what's the mid card? Well, in the mid card, I think the mid card's better off than the main event scene right now. The mid card actually has like baby faces and heels that we can root for, but they're all busy now, so we can't have in the main event scene.
It's just confusing.
Because they're gonna do Priest versus Thatcher for the North American title. That's gonna be awesome.
Guys,
Because-
I gotta get going or before D Hall closes because it closes at 2.
That's
Oh shit,
gross.
really?
Yeah. All right.
2 o'clock.
Schmidt, go get food. Do your thing.
Yeah, if I had to
Get
say.
out of here.
I will see you guys later.
See
All right, I'll see you later, Matt.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for him. I mean, that's gonna be it for that segment. Basically, the last thing on here is just a thing called 1 Year On, which is basically where, since it's been officially 1 year of the Shoot Style Sauna being a thing, I guess we could still do it. We're gonna basically reflect on the year we've had and first end on a higher note after we just destroyed NXT and just complained about their main event scene so much. So let's try to end on a good note. It's been a year, guys. I can't believe it's a year to the day. So what's everybody's favorite memories been of the show so far, or anything else that we've done, whether it be reviews, other shit that we've done, and yeah, blah blah blah.
That's good. Dogging on Pat McAfee was fun.
Just happened. This was the thing.
Look, that's just funny.
It was fun. Halloween and Survivor Series weekend was fun.
Let's see. I remember Halloween, but like Survivor Series weekend. Well, we did with everybody, but I think it was everybody but you that was there.
Was it? I don't remember. I thought I was at the Survivor Series.
Halloween. We were all there for Full Gear. I know that. I remember when
I wasn't here for Full Gear.
You weren't there. Everybody else was though.
Yeah.
I remember we did War Games. Eric wasn't there.
No.
Because I remember we all looked at Eric. We were all like, "Wait, where's Eric?" When we were watching the show.
When Stel and I feuded.
I remember that, guys. And then
was
COVID
fun.
happened and canceled the entire thing.
I can't wait to write a new one.
We had to do it all over again maybe next year
Why
because like
not?
the payoff was going to be the payoff was supposed to be a whole giant predictions contest mini weekend. It was going to be in teams.
Yeah.
So like we
Yeah,
would have been
but then
on
the
it would have been
world
two
said,
sides.
Hey, no.
And the world said, "Here's a virus. Goodbye, everything." And then the world caught fire. So yeah, it was going to be because we would have taken every Mania event that weekend. So the Impact Show, Supercard of Honor, Takeover, and Mania. One giant predictions document with like each show separated probably, and then it'd be two teams, and then we would pick for the team, and the team that won would end. I think I was supposed to win no matter what, because it was supposed to be the kayfabe thing was going to be if I win, I gain full ownership, which is what was going to happen in the end because Tim was graduating and like there was no way we could continue what we were doing with how we operated.
Yeah.
And if Tim had won in kayfabe, I would have been fired. And then the whole thing probably would have got rebranded, or we had to like work around that in case my picks were that bad. But I know my Mania predicts were actually not bad in the end. But I don't know how the rest of the shows would have went because we'll never know. Somewhere in another universe, they probably went through, and who knows?
The world.
I remember the first episode of Ericon, and then Tim walked in the room, and Sam yelled, "He went to fucking dunks!"
Oh,
and
it
that
was
like,
fucking dunk.
And then that was one of those.
I think like it probably next month I want to make a T-shirt of that because it's still my favorite quote of this entire show. Is you went
Sam,
to fucking
like,
dunks.
we're having a conversation about like which show we were gonna like more, and then you just walk in, and then it's like Sam just fucking yells, and I'm like, damn! Remember that episode was on a train coming by, and it kept annoying us. And we're like, oh god damn it!
I remember how great last fall wrestling was with Dynamite debuting, and then NXT being on USA, and then Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT being on all the main roster shows, kicking their asses.
Remember, yeah, and the first SmackDown when it all started, when Bryan beat Cole, that was insane. I know I wasn't there, but I remember you guys told me you all watched it live
Oh
for the
my
party
God.
that night.
Yes.
That was insane.
That was
I
dope.
watched. That was such a good episode.
The Prince returning, Finn Balor returning.
That was insane because like none of us thought that would happen. They were like, "I'm sorry."
Naito fulfilling the prophecy.
That was a feels
Wrestle
good moment.
Kingdom.
That was. We all watched it live. Well, I watched it live. The rest of us were like, "We're insane."
I watched it live.
I like
I
sleep.
think Sam watched it live night too. What he told me,
I
but
like
it was a good show.
sleep too much, so no.
Like I think everything like before COVID happened was just like good times, and then now we're all stuck on Zoom,
That's
Yeah.
okay.
and now it's just all digital. And then how about? I mean, even if it didn't happen, we'd probably be doing this anyway because we're all
Yeah.
separated now. Because Tim's in Chicago,
Yeah.
Sam is at home, and then Scott's never been on the show, but Scott's also in Chicago. Scott is just like he's like kind of like the authority figure. He just doesn't exist right now.
He's like the wild card. He's just.
Or who's like
confident.
it's like Vince basically. He doesn't appear on TV, but when he appears, it's like, oh, there he is.
It's just like, yo,
like-
what's up? Hey.
And Scott also knows, like, for some reason he just knows how shows go. He's fourth in the standings right now. He's not too far behind third.
No,
Man,
He's got a way to go, but
man makes big money moves.
but he's had more more predictions championships than anybody.
has he? Oh, I think this year him and I are tied for reigns.
I know. I think I've only won one.
We've
I
all
only have one.
we've all had it once. Like that's what the league table says. Everyone's had it at least once. I think Sam's had it. I think Sam had it twice. Schmidt only won Backlash. Tim won in your house. Eric won Portland, and then because Sam did worse than the previous one, and Sam won Hard to Kill weekend when that was a bad time. See, Blackpool was good. The second show, not so much. That's the second that's ever happened. That's the second that's happened to me because the first time was Cardiff and All Out. I almost perfected Cardiff, but then I lost All Out, so I had to lose. I lost the whole weekend. It happened again here where I almost perfected Blackpool, but then I lost the other show. I'm like, ah, shit. Second time it happened.
Struggle season.
Sam won both times, and then Sam won Survivor Series. I know that because he had a better reign than we did. And now
I won the New Japan Cup, but for some reason
doesn't
I
count.
didn't. Yeah.
it doesn't count because that's not really a paper. It's more spread out. It looks like only half the team participated. So I'm like, do we
Yeah.
count this? It's a tough one. I wouldn't. That's more so like, well, at the points, so we have a bigger lead now.
3 points.
Because only half the team participated in it. What was the other one? Oh, I remember one of the intros I did for the Survivor Series. I did the prayer from Talladega Nights. It's replaced with a wrestling monologue instead. That was a good moment, in my personal opinion.
That was good.
Who remembers the Rumble episode where I wasn't there, and then we all just
yeah.
argued.
I think it's
The
still our
Rumble episode?
most viewed podcast.
podcast.
Because
Yeah.
Eric told me what happened. He refreshed the page like 60 times, and that counted as views.
Well,
Yeah, that's why he broke
it's
the
our
algorithm.
Most viewed podcast. Most viewed video is still Steiner.
Is that at 100 now?
I will double check.
I know. Last
think
episode's actually pretty decent. The last episode it came close to 30 because the thumbnail helped it so
So,
much.
so a lot of the few at the beginning of my first couple of reviews got some good hits.
The Backlash review did pretty decent
Well, yeah,
too.
I mean, Eric is a better editor. You can pull footage.
But yeah, I haven't really tried editing since I tried to learn it last week. I mean, it went well. I just haven't done anything since it.
I gotta.
I want to try and edit my all-out review myself and see how it goes.
Yeah, 85. It's still most viewed.
That's changed. I know, like last week's podcast, I think it's like it was 25 right now, which is bad.
85. Number 2 is New Japan Cup bracketology, and
Yeah, that did pretty well.
number
That did pretty
3
well.
is
Because
the
I
Royal Rumble
did the
podcast.
search and like not a lot of people did New Japan Cup bracketology or like talk about New Japan
Oh,
Cup.
so no one really did it. So we were the only ones, really. That's cool. Yeah, I thought Cultaholic would do one, but they didn't.
But Steiner also the only disliked video.
Yeah, because whenever something goes up, I hit the like button to tell the ratio.
Yeah, me too.
Like, all right, hit the like. Cool, got a like.
No one likes
And,
my
like-
Scott Steiner booking. They can fuck off.
I mean, some people did. I mean, it was Eric and I that did. I think that's just about it, though. I guess what we'll do is that we'll wrap this thing up here. So, guys, that is it for Shoot Sell Stop episode number 22. Next number here is going to be September, and we will remember because we'll probably do some all-out recap and talk about whatever else is going on. Probably another pay-per-view for WWE happening that weekend, knowing our luck.
Probably.
I'll see more predictions for that. But coming up next for the channel, we are going to be doing all-out predictions, and we're going to be doing at least a review. We don't know exactly what we're going to do for the weekend, because for Payback, we're not going to do a review because it's so thrown together. Tim and I, at least Tim and I, are going to be doing live reactions for Payback tonight. and maybe Scott will be there too in a short
hopefully
cameo.
If my PC doesn't, die.
If it doesn't explode. So guys,
Yeah, I have
until
to run
September.
diagnostics, so it's gonna be so
Yeah, that'd be. You got like 5 hours until like the kickoff starts.
As
But we're not, I
literally
don't
as
think
soon as
we're
it's
not
over-
even gonna do that. I don't think we're even gonna do the kickoff.
All I know is that I think you're definitely hosting. All I know is that as soon as this podcast is over, I'm running the system just to be like, what can I do?
That's fair. All right, we should do it on Discord instead. I think Discord can do the exact same thing without a time limit.
Big money.
But I know Eric won't be here, so we don't
Yeah,
need
I gotta
Zoom.
work.
Right.
I gotta
Exactly. Yeah. Imagine having a real job. Can't be me.
Not I.
I said real job, Eric, so don't yell at me. So,
That's cool.
all right, guys. Until next time, take care, be well, wash your hands, wear a mask, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Take care, guys.